Welcome back to the Party Talk podcast. I'm your host, Jake White from Vive18, and today I've got some special guests with me. These are our Vive18 ambassadors. They have gone through a semester-long internship program. We're kind of in the middle of it, and today was super fun. We got to look at some videos we put together, kind of serving as some PSAs for social media on how to stay drug-free. So we're fresh off of that part of our meeting. And now you are going to get to meet the amazing David and Jordan. All right, let's start. Jordan, how you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Awesome. And you just had your audition, right? Right before this.
I did.
That's awesome. And I'm glad it went super, super well. David, how you doing?
Doing great. As always.
As always. That's right. It's all your outlook. So let's start with this. People haven't met you before. Hopefully, maybe some friends around here, they have met you. But let's start with you, David. Tell us a little bit about you, where you go to school, what you're into, that kind of stuff.
All right, this is going to be a long list. So, I am ASB president. I am a vice president for my class. I'm in 3 clubs, FFA, FCCLA, and FBLA. And I was a 3-sport athlete. I dropped basketball this past 2 years. What else? I'm a team captain for both track and football. So yeah, kind of just basically do everything. Just very outgoing, very fun person to be around, I guess.
Yeah, you are. That is incredible. And somehow you have time to also be a Vive18 ambassador. That is incredible.
Yeah. Gotta balance my work life.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had to choose between some stuff too, to not play basketball on the team, but I'm sure you still play with friends and stuff and enjoy it. But you kind of had to pick what are going to be your priorities.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially my senior year. Well, I wanted to this year. This is my senior year. It's my last year of high school. But I just want to focus on my academics part during that winter break. Because apparently my teacher's been telling me that I have a lot of things do projects due around that time. So I was like, okay, I'll make space for that.
It was important. That's important. Yeah. All right, Jordan, let's talk to you. Tell us a little bit about, you, where you're from, what you do, enjoy, all that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm Jordan. Well, you guys already know that, but my name's Jordan. And I live in Missouri, and I'm the president of ADAPT, Alcohol and Drug Prevention Team. The clubs I am a part of are ADAPT, Thespians, which is like international drama team. I'm a part of my choir. I'm a part of SAIL, which is like you take people around my high school, and I am a part of. I think that's it.
All right, that is awesome. So we've got the theater expert Jordan.
Yeah.
Got the sporting expert David, and they both have chosen to be a part of their local coalition and prevention club, which I think is just incredible. And you were both at CADCA. This was funny. Right before the call, David remembered that Jordan was in the talent show at CADCA in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, because I saw that clip. It's like, wait, I remember her singing up there, so that was her. Then moment of realization.
Yeah,
Yep.
you remember that.
As Jordan is blushing. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, man.
Hey, well, Jordan, you made the most of that CADCA experience. You're like, hey, if they're doing something, I am in it.
Yeah, I was not even in the correct hotel either, so.
All right, well, let's do this. I would love to hear more about how you got into being a part of your prevention club, like how you were invited and why you said yes to it.
I can go first. So I'm going to I joined Adapt because of my high school. We at the beginning of the year we had this whole group of clubs, and they want freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors to go through them all. I was a freshman at the time, which was only last year, so I'm a sophomore now. And we got to go through our thing, the booths, and there was this big spinning wheel that had these prizes on it. I spun it. I have no idea what I got, but I put my email and my name down, my school email, so that wasn't important, but down, and then they contacted me, which was I put my email down so many times, they're the only people who contacted me. So, and I heard about pizza. I cannot have pizza, but I wanted to have the candy, so I joined, to be honest. And I got a Starbucks gift card because I did not know what I got originally. So I got this $10 Starbucks gift card. I joined not just because of the candy. My friend definitely joined because of the candy. And I joined because I wanted to make a change in my school because, in my opinion, our freshmen at the time, I have no idea freshmen now, but our freshmen at the time felt like a really drug and alcohol, and a lot of everybody used it. So that's what I wanted to fix that. That I was the only one who came to the meetings every single day, and then at the end of the year, I was nominated president, and then this year I got to do the.
So you were entered to win something. You won a gift card, and you also saw a need for the mission, right? To reduce drug and alcohol.
Another thing I want to add on is to get your prize, you had to come to the meeting. Up out of let's say 100 people spun the wheel. You got the prize. You just had to come to the meeting, and only 5 people showed up. So I got to choose whatever was left, and there was a lot of stuff left. So now we have it for this year and next year and the year after that.
Okay, that is a great detail, and I'm glad you said that. That is so clever. That if you just gave a prize to everyone, that would be so expensive. But then to say, hey, come claim your prize at the meeting, then they actually come get to experience the club, and you see who's dedicated to, who wants to go for the right reason. That's really good.
Yeah, we have a lot, and we also gave out a free t-shirt, and people at high school usually have to pay for their t-shirts, and after the 4th meeting, we gave the t-shirts out, which kind of were oh, I actually did the correct thing. And the only thing that catching everybody's attention now is the drug part. Nobody else is coming for the prizes now. So we also gave a ticket and a piece of paper showing when our meeting will be already, and then we also sent a math email to everybody who signed up.
Okay, that's good. All right, David, tell us your story, how you got involved in coalition work and why you joined.
All right, first of all, since I forgot it earlier, I'm from Washington, Palmer, Washington. Sorry, I forgot about that.
That's okay.
Straight to it. But how I got into this was this club that I'm in, that's kind of set in our school. It's known for going trips, going everywhere, like Texas, Orlando, Washington, D.C. So that's what they're known for, right? And nobody really told me that it was a drug and alcohol prevention club. And I just wanted to go to places. So I mainly joined for that. And from there, I got to learn the inner workings of our club. And now it's I do it for my senior project. So what a senior project is in our school, you have to pick something that will benefit your community and your school as well. So this club actually is a community-based club where it's not based in the school, but based on the community. And we use the community's money, per se, like help to draw more people from the school to the community.
Okay.
So, yeah. And, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what's really interesting is that perk of getting to travel is what drew you in. And then you have ignited a passion for this that isn't just because of travel now. Like, it has changed because you've been a part of this. What is it that really drew you in to stay after, you started learning about this?
Well, not everybody knows this, but I came from a third world country, the Philippines. I'm an immigrant, so I've experienced a lot of things that you might not see in a day-to-day basis, right? Back home, I've had some friends, extremely close friends, die from the drug abuse and just use in general. So I mainly wanted to support them. Like, I love you. You don't need to be doing that, right? So it's mainly for them, because I miss my friends. But yeah, it's that connection that people have that I really love in this club. Because as human beings, we're social creatures, right?
Yeah.
I just love talking to people. I love talking what I'm about, what I'm going to do, and all that stuff. And it's just great time.
Yeah, that's good. You have a personal motivation and connection to the cause. And
100%.
yeah, I think that's important. But what's so funny, and maybe it's not funny, but what's really neat for people to hear is even though you have a personal connection to the cause, it still took something different to draw you in. Like,
Yeah.
it even happened to me when I was in college. I joined this club to like bring in bands and comedians to my campus. It was called like a programming, and it's such a fun job. Like, anybody should want to do this. Like, you literally get to bring in entertainers. You get a giant budget to create awesome events. But the only reason I went was for the t-shirt. And then it turned into this big passion, and you just never know what it is that draws people in. So I think, yeah, like that lesson in itself is so good to have that piece to say like, hey, what's going to draw people in? What can be the hook? And then how can we give people the mission once they're in, but also make it fun, with travel, with prizes, games, and then for you to run with the mission. I'd love to talk about that next. So you get into your coalition work. I see you today as like these on fire students who are doing incredible programming. You're involved in all these different levels, and you're taking leadership, positions within it. What are some of the things that you are engaged in, like activities in the coalition that you've done that you feel like proud of, or things that you could tell us that you've done in the coalition in general?
It was really close to prom, and we went to gas stations like a week or two before prom, and we stuck the consequence. It was like, attention. It was a big green sticker that said, attention, the use of buying alcohol for a minor or something is like a big amount, and it up to 2 years jail time. I don't want to be wrong on this, so I think it was like 50,000 or like 2,050, 500. That's a very big, broad range, but
That's okay.
A lot of money. It was worth the cost. Don't want to give up your car because you gave a minor a drug or alcohol. So we gave these stickers to them on the side, in front of the door on gas stations. So we couldn't do on like name brand gas stations, but like the smaller ones around town we could. So
Okay, that's cool. So a campaign to put it at a time when it might be really needed. Prom, right?
Another thing we did surveys saying, hey, if you've done this, it was a really quick survey during lunch, like maybe two or three questions saying, have you done alcohol? Have you seen anybody doing alcohol? And it was drugs, not alcohol, but we also have one about alcohol too. And then, have you quit or do you need help quitting? Which our club doesn't do, but we direct them to our counselors.
Okay. How did you get people to take that survey and want to do it?
We offered them with candy.
Perfect.
If you did the survey, you got candy.
Okay, nice. Did it work? Did people fill it out?
A lot of people did it. Most people probably just clicked yes. There's so many people who put yes. Yes, they do want to quit, but no, they have never done drugs.
But if
So,
okay, so it's good for some data to say like maybe they did fill it out and you can tell, and they said yes they need help or no they haven't seen it, but you can tell which ones were really filled out and which ones weren't.
yeah, and the ones who still do it never asked for help. No one said yes they wanted help unless they said that they've never done drugs.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So maybe it wasn't that everything.
No one had their name on it either, so I think we had one or two that asked for help.
Yeah, that's the nature of the survey, right? We want it to be anonymous so they feel safe enough to answer it. But then if we ask, do you need resources on that same survey, then they have no way of following up.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lesson. David, what are some of the things that you've done in your coalition so far?
Oh, I've done quite a few stuff, but more that's recent is I don't know if you Jordan, you do this, but Red Ribbon Week. Red Ribbon for me is drug and alcohol, kind of like facts week. We give you like how it affects you, what's the early onset things, like not dementia, but memory loss, like all that stuff. And we just do that in a week-long thing, and we just tell people how it is. Not to be like extremely blunt with it, that like we just want to tell people that know this information. It's like next time that choice comes to them, like, wow, should I really be doing this right now? Why am I doing this? And ask those type of questions, and be like, they have like that conscious decision for it. And another thing was that pizza party. That's what I did last week too, and that ties in with Red Ribbon Week, because it helps you kind of have like a support group almost, that like a group of people coming together, like this is a problem and we agree it's a problem, so we should fix it.
Yeah. So was the pizza party, was that a way that you got people together to have fun without drugs and alcohol, but you also got to talk about the issue and like kind of rally around supporting and like what you can do to make your environment better?
Yes. Oh, well, it actually, what my video was for this month, that's what the whole thing was, telling facts. And throughout the whole event, there was motivational speeches, there was facts that was being said, like throughout the whole event, to inform people that was there and just create this very fun environment. There were like, we had karaoke, we had games, we had a giant Connect 4 for some reason. Like, I don't even know who has this 5 feet by 5 feet Connect 4. It was huge. And cornhole. And it was just a fun environment. And it was set in a place where everyone could see it. it was in front of the courthouse, in front of the highway, where everyone could literally see us and just having fun, that camaraderie. Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so when we post your video you made, it kind of shows you guys dancing, doing karaoke, all that fun stuff. That was at that event that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. And I love that so much. And I think it emphasizes the importance of infusing fun with your facts and information. Because if we just go in front of people and we, spew out information, but we don't provide any community or fun, then they'll associate our work, our prevention work, as, oh, it's not fun. It's just like maybe it's like a lecture, or they're trying to change me and tell me what to do. And you had mentioned this earlier, David, when you first started talking, is that, I don't know if you said this specifically, but insinuated that it's not about making people feel bad or different or isolated. It's just giving them the information so they can make a smart choice for themselves, and realizing that we are in control of the decisions that they make. But if we have some life-saving information, we should definitely share it. I want to ask y'all one last question before we end the interview, is what advice would you give adults who are in coalitions? They're trying to start a youth prevention club. They're trying to get young people involved. What can they do to make it attractive to students your age, and maybe even younger, right? Middle school or high school students. What advice would you give them? Maybe some things not to do or some things to do.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
All right. So yesterday I was just in a youth leader conference in Spokane, and actually here's the advice for the youth leaders, or the, what do you call it, the older youth leaders, but talk to younger people who are not as well involved, because that's the people you want to draw in, right? Because they would know what they want to see, but they don't know how to give it to you to give to them, if that makes sense.
So like, instead of having you go recruit a middle schooler,
Yeah.
have them recruit the middle schoolers? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more about that. So because they know exactly what they want, it's easier for them to say, just explain it, instead of to explain it to you and then have you do it to them.
Yeah. And also, it's so much easier to get an input on something directly from that audience, right? Because there's this middle person that gets lost in translation, all that other stuff. But
Yeah.
get your stuff from the people who you want to draw in.
Okay. No, that's good. That's really good. And I think that there are probably some models out there, or maybe there's some clubs where, yes, David, you could do that. You could draw in the middle schoolers, but you would have to be trained and be taught exactly what to do, go over the material with you. Because I think what some people believe is, David, you're a high schooler. When middle schooler looks up to you and relates to you, like they want to be kind of like you. So if you invite them to the club, we believe that there will be more who want to join. But in order to make that effective, we also have to equip you to do a good job. And that takes a lot of time and effort, and we need a model to do that really, really well. And if we don't have that, it sounds like you're saying, hey, don't do this halfway. Like, don't just expect me to do it if I haven't been equipped.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything, Jordan? Any tip?
To like, So you want to have more student-led. That's a problem having in mind is our teacher takes control, which isn't people want to lead because they think they are going to have fun. It's the teacher taking control the whole time. And when other students are helping lead the conversation and helping lead, don't take over everything. Yes, take over some things, but also sometimes just sit back and let the conversation roll and let everybody, like, if you're trying to like if people are trying to figure out what you're going to do next, have a brain, like have like a brain session. Like, don't you be the one writing on the board if you're the one writing on the board. Let a student do it, or figure out people's strengths and weaknesses. If their strength is not speaking in front of everybody, do not put them in everybody to speak in front of them. Let them lay back, or like make them have the posters or handle if there's a slideshow, make them be the one handling the slideshow. Or they're the people who create the slideshow and you guys work together. Figure out people's strengths and weaknesses. You want everybody to feel needed.
That's good. That's such great advice.
Also have a leadership team. With the leadership team, have those people, the people you're relying on, but also have those people look up to you. But also like if there's a pedestal, it's the leadership team, then you. They're really close to you, and they want to feel like they have a voice. They want to, we like criticism, but we don't want criticism 24/7.
Can I add something to what Jordan said?
Yeah.
So one thing that our club does and likes to do is create small committees to an event. Like, give special names to like the chair, whatever, the voice of the leader of this, the bringer of food, something silly.
Yeah.
To give importance to them and tell them, like, I love you, you're doing this, and I support you. So just that feel good energy just everywhere.
That's good. Give out little titles like candy, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. Then everyone knows they're important. I love that, babe. I love that. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, to both of you, thank you so much for being a part of the Vive18 Ambassador Program. Thank you for investing in your communities. I'm just so impressed, like, getting to work with you and seeing, even from afar, we get to Zoom and kind of build this community and support each other. But even just watching your projects from afar, I'm just so encouraged because you're making a big difference. You're taking on leadership positions that are tough. They're stretching you, and you're pouring into your own community. And that's going to have a ripple effect of people all around you. Oftentimes we talk about all the stuff that's going wrong, especially in this field of like all the bad things that are happening. And this is something where I get to brag on students like you and say, but look at all the right things that are happening. So keep up the incredible work, you two. And for everyone listening, this has been another episode of Party Talk, where we empower leaders in youth drug prevention. And you're going to see some videos coming from Jordan and from David and from Annabelle, one of our ambassadors that wasn't able to make it this time. So look out for those. And if you have any questions about building a youth program, get connected with us. We'd love to support you. And we'll see you on the next episode coming up next Monday.